We're joined by Duke head coach Kara Lawson, Ashlyn Jackson, and Reagan Richardson. Coach, congratulations. If you'd like to start with an opening statement.
I just continue to be proud with our team, and we keep maturing even at this late stage of the season. We continue to grow. We continue to just trust in each other and trust in the schemes. And I think there was no better example of that in the first half. I don't know the exact number. I think we got down 16. And these guys never flinched. In the huddles, they were locked in. They kept their belief, even though it felt like we were getting run out of, it didn't feel like we were getting run out of the gym at the beginning of the game. And we just, possession by possession, worked our way back. I thought it was huge for us to go into the half only down 4, to knock into some of that lead, the lion's share of that lead before we went into the break. And then obviously in the second half, we kept our composure in a possession game and had a final spurt to be able to win it. So what an incredible performance by our players. You guys know this covering this game. This game's about players. And if you get a good group of players and you get them to believe in one another and sacrifice for one another, then you can do something special. And is it not working? Oh. Ashlyn, they gave me yours from last time. Well, hopefully y'all can still hear me. If you need me to repeat anything, just let me know. But it's about players, and it's about their abilities, and we just had our players step up big time. Reagan's performance was, an incredible performance on the road leading us. And Ashlyn, I thought, had another great scoring effort for us. And so we're happy to be advancing and excited about the opportunity in Portland.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. For Reagan and Ashley, can you just go through the feeling in the locker room right now after that big win?
I know, it's awesome just between the team and I and the coaches. We're super proud just how the team played today. Like Coach said, I think we're down by like 16, and we didn't let it faze us. We stayed with each other, and we were able to climb back.
For Coach, you had some big minutes from your freshman tonight, especially Delaney Thomas. She was a plus 22, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Can you just talk about the impact that all of your young players had tonight on that win?
We're here for a couple of reasons, and I think I touched on this before. We're here because players like Reagan and Ashlyn and Kennedy embraced our young players early on, and were patient with them. Because if you'd seen us in the summer, it was a train wreck a lot of days. And they were patient with them and poured into them, invested in them. Sometimes older players might be jealous of younger players or not want to help, and that's not our culture, that's not our group. They did that, and they stayed patient with them to now to the point in March where they're ready. They're ready to make impact. You look at Delaney today, you look at Lucci and Jaden against Richmond, they're ready to go now. And that's a testament to our veteran players, but it's also a testament to those freshmen that they're confident that they can make plays. And, we've seen Delaney do this all year. It's becoming a trend if you've watched us. In the biggest moments in our team, Delaney shines really, really bright. She is unafraid to compete against the top teams, and we needed her minutes tonight because Jaden was saddled with foul trouble for most of the game, and so that ended up being big time for us.
This is for Reagan and Ashlyn. Your coach yesterday said that she would expect you guys to be down at some point, and what it was about not breaking down in those moments and making sure you stayed focused. In halftime, what are those discussions to make sure you guys aren't breaking down? And even when you guys are down 16, what are those discussions like?
Oh, yeah, Ohio State, they're a great team. They're going to make runs. Coach always tell them, they're a great team. They have great players. They're going to make tough shots. But we can't let that break us down or get us down. We have to stay true to ourselves and just continue to play with each other.
Same thing, and I think her competitive spirit and our competitive spirit, it just makes us very well. Like Reagan said, Ohio State is a great team. We knew it was going to be up and down. We had some games like that preseason and everything like that. So, we just knew that we had to keep our poise and continue to play hard.
And when you see Cody McManus having the type of game that she had today, does your focus go to, okay, let's shut down everyone else around her, or is it trying to focus in on her? Where does the defensive plan go?
Honestly, it was just stopping them as a whole. Obviously, Cody's a great player, she made tough shots. But I think it wasn't just keyed in on one player for us. We just knew that whenever our defense started to work and we started to play defense, then we would be good.
Kara, I think it was yesterday when you talked about Ohio State's experience and your youth. This is 2 games in a row where you've been down and you've come back. What does it say about this group? I think the first day you talked about how much of a grind it is to get a young team ready to go, but what does it say about the growth they've made from day one to now that they've been able to come back from 2 deficits in 3 days?
I think it speaks to their competitive spirit, and it also speaks to their willingness to be coached, to be coachable, because we operate in reality in our program. So when we fall short of something, I just tell them. I tell them it. I don't sugarcoat it. I'm not mean about it, but I say, hey, we're not good enough in this part of the game yet. And they're nodding their head because that's what the conversations are. And early in the year, we would talk about, like, we weren't good enough or we weren't ready enough or whatever it was to be able to win these types of games. And we had so many games that we lost like this. And we would be honest with ourselves about it. Because I think when you experience failure, you have 2 options. You can either tell yourself the truth or you can lie to yourself. And what happens when people fail, they'll lie to themselves and they won't address the issue that's actually causing the failure. We don't want to do that in our program. We want to address the issue that's causing it. We want to tell the truth to ourselves and say, hey, we fell short here. Here's where we need to be better. And then my job as a coach is to show them and teach them how to get better. Not just say we're not good enough. My job is to help them see and help them grow in those areas. And so this is why you coach, man. I mean, to see that growth and now on a bright stage to be able to see them overcome something that we struggled with during the year, it's really, really satisfying.
You guys had to sit on the Colorado loss last year for a full year. To lose that game there and then to now come here and kind of go full circle and now be moving on to Sweet 16, what's that like? What's that feeling like to know you kind of have made that journey, that jump?
Oh, yeah, I mean, losing to Colorado last year was definitely an upsetting moment for us, but we took the lessons that we learned from that and we used them this year. And
will you just speak a little louder so that all the reporters can write down your words?
Sorry. What was I at? I said I feel like the lessons that we took away from last year, I feel like we're using them this year and also incorporating them with our freshmen and just our newcomers this year. And I feel like we're just staying together as a team. We're just trusting in our coaches and following their game plan, and we're just staying together.
Kara, what in your concepts, how would you ascribe your ability to hold them to just one made 3-pointer with seconds left in the game, and also their press and the interior play and the rebounding edge that you had?
Well, I think it's a testament to our collective ability defensively because we switch a lot if you watch us play. So the onus is on every player to be able to guard every player on their team. No. Yeah, we don't. No. And so for us, they know, like, on any given play, they could be guarding any of the players on their team because of a switch or something that's an emergency, and they have to be competent in being able to do that, and they're all really good defenders. And so that's a strength of ours, that we have multiple versatile defenders on the court at any given time. We can switch. And we play that end with great effort. I mean, we've been one of the best defensive teams in the country the last 2 years. We take great pride in that. The numbers say that. That's not my opinion. And we take great pride in it. We want everyone to take challenge shots as many times as possible. I thought McMahon was terrific, but we were okay with that in the sense that they were contested 2s down there. I didn't like that we fouled her so much, but they weren't 3s. And that happened a little bit in the Richmond game too with their little point guard. We were kind of like okay with that. We felt like 3s and turnovers could beat us. And, you're playing a math game there. Can they make enough 2s to beat you? And, we had 4 more 3s than them, and that certainly helped us out.
Kara, you knew how Ohio State plays, and you knew how they were going to come out and press like that. That seemed to get to you guys early. Yeah. Were there adjustments that you made, or what happened? How did you turn that around?
Yeah, I mean, there is a shock factor because of their athleticism and their pressure, and our players, we haven't played them yet. So maybe teams that play them regularly, get a chance to understand and feel that. We didn't, and so it rattled us to start. There's no doubt. You have to credit them for that. Once we got our bearings, once we got our rhythm, once we had some success finding scoring, I thought we just played with great poise and confidence and got to the spots we needed to get to. I was just hoping that barrage in the beginning wasn't going to put us too far down. We wouldn't able to come back, and that second quarter was big for us.
All right, congratulations, ladies. SC Live 365. This is for the Hoopers.
Hold up.
I mean, I'm sorry. We know you was a legend, but right now this is, this day moment. You had your moment a few times over, Coach. Reagan, you hit Mamba mode. I seen it in your eyes and in the stroke. When did you realize you was kind of in that, just that area of everything you shoot goes in? And Ashlyn, I saw the energy come out of you on a couple of plays. When did y'all start to really understand, like, we can win this game? We'll start with you, Mamba.
Well, I feel like ever since I hit my first shot, I feel like that's been, like, the pattern over the past couple games. But, like, once I hit my first shot, I was kind of feeling it already. And then my teammates did a great job of setting screens or doing whatever it took to get me open, and I was just able to knock down the shot.
The energy, you brought an energy, and I feel like you fueled the team out top as well. When did you realize, like, we can really take this game?
Well, we went into the game thinking that, yeah, we can get this team because obviously, like I said, they're a great team. I knew, like, bringing some experience, that wouldn't just be enough. On top of that, we're at their house, you know what I mean? So we knew it's going to be more red than blue. So we had to, like, feed off of ourselves a lot. So, yeah, it was just, natural going in.
Congratulations. And, Coach, your experience as a champion, how have you been able to kind of give that knowledge to these players with such a young team?
I think it goes back to what I talked about before of just being real with them. I am who I am. I don't try to be anybody else, and they're around me every day. I think they feel that investment and the love, but they also feel that I challenge them too, and that's what they want. That's why they came here. They want to reach their potential as players, and so I have these daily moments, with each of them, whether it's in practice or in the game or texting them, DMing them, whatever it is, of just trying to impart that wisdom. It's not something you can just do all at once. It's like you have to give it time to soak in. So I try to give them ones that are many things throughout the time, and then I only get 4 years with them. So I do have a sense of urgency that I want to give them enough so that when they leave here, they're ready to fulfill their dreams.
Some big minutes also from Camilla. Only had 9 minutes, but it was when Kenny was in foul trouble. Down the stretch, had some big blocks. You talk about how she sort of stepped up through the tournament, and especially sort of late in this game to play defense.
I thought she was awesome. I thank you for asking a question about Camilla because she's been such a key part to our team this year. Her maturity, her defensive presence. I mean, that one block she got to, I don't remember when it was, along the baseline. She was rotating and she tipped that ball. It was an amazing athletic play. We talk about our depth a lot. Our depth and our bench wins us games. And it's not always the plays that are the eye-popping plays. It's just being solid. And so I'm really proud of Camilla. This is her first NCAA tournament, and she gets an opportunity now to keep dancing. And so she's been an integral part of our team and another one of those veterans that helped the young players along the whole year.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.